welcome to Inside Line Racing and to our ILRGT League. This is our third season now. This is round one, and you can see we've switched up from GR3 class to the Super GT and GR2, so a lot of quicker cars now. So I could say it's more of a hybrid between LMP1 and the GT3. Very quick cars. Obviously, we all know Jensen Button, the man himself, races in Japan in one of these, in the Hondas, which is available on the game. But we're here in sunny Japan itself as well, in Kyoto, for round 1 of 10. And well, as you can see, there is our reigning champion Jamie. He's currently on pole by a good bit, 7 tenths. Probably going to extend it. Obviously, GT Sport is not like F1. You start qualifying with a full tank of fuel, and the tank will go lower and lower. So these guys will be getting quicker and quicker as this race progresses. We've got a few comments in the chat. Just the Evil said he's going to join us. Got Jess, Soup, Evil already in. Good to see the comms already in. I'm I'm the hostess of the mostest, Jack, tonight. I think we've got a full go. Have a quick look at the timings. Have a look at the roster for this season. We've got Jamie, we've got Wume making his debut in P2. Michael Davis P3, Mr. Costa P4, It's Me Callum with a nosebleed in P5. Frisky down P6, but disappointed. I'm surprised he also picked the Lexus this season, not known for its pace. Red Jam 7th, MK Born 8th. Had a fantastic season last year, finished in P3. Disappointed with that. JW making his debut in P9, P10 now as J Luke pops into P9. Crumpet, he does like to break up the rear end in this tier. He's been in every season though. He's in P11, so we're pleased with that. He can contend a few points. Owen White 12th, Renegade 13th, also making his debut, the Scotsman. 4 Sticks in 14th, quite far back, and Waze gets set a meaningful lap time. He joined quite late into the lobby. And Scott, 4 Sticks to start the final. So there you go. Jamie is on pole, followed by Wume. Sorry for the late start to the stream. I was having dinner. But here we go for round 1 of season 3 of ILRGT. As you can see, Jamie's on pole in the Nissans. A whole host of the Nissans here today of Jamie, Wume, Michael leading the line. It's a grid start as well, due to the glitches of a drive with the roll and start. So hopefully this is a damage limitation. It's not the ideal thing we want, but lights out and away we go here for season 3. So look how we're struggling to get off the line there, but Jamie's got an excellent start going into turn 1. As Mr. Costa's found him way up to P2. We're going to look further down the field. It's a long sweeping left-hander. As the cars now try to fight for position to go single file. Wume's P3, Frisky P4, Michael Davis down to P6 as well. So there's a few winners and losers. Costa being the big one, and he's right at the back of Jamie. What a start from Costa. Wume will take the P3 after the slow start off the line, bogged down there. Frisky P4 will be happy with that as well. MK Bourne jumping up 5 spots into P9. Michael Davis want to recover from a poor start. We see a car going off in the background there. That was a big shunt, and that was It's Me. Absolute disaster for Callum. TNT Racing. Oh yeah. As Jamie leads these guys away, he's considerably quicker. He's been a reigning champion the last couple of seasons. As we're looking Frisky, looking to make the inside move there on Wume. And looks like he's... Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Oh, and nearly had a tank slapper there. These guys fighting for spots. I know Chris Frisky is flashing his lights. He's not intentionally doing it. It's just say the way he holds his pad. Sometimes it's that we see a car that MK Bongo slightly wide. So Michael Davis looks like to get past him as well. I think he's got the move done. So ending lap 1 of this race, we've got our reigning champion Jamie already a second ahead, and Mr. Costa in P2. Excellent start, Frisky. And when we're still battling them side by side, surely Frisky's got the move done. He narrowly missed out last season to Jamie on the ILRGT final. Last season missed out on Brazil. This is a bit of a cluster of cars behind. Wume is starting to fall a bit like a stone. First race in ILRGT. Made a good impression qualifying. We've got another 28 laps to go here. And Frisky and him are still going side by side. Nearly been a whole lap now. But Willie can see position. You can see it's a lot more wheel to wheel and a bit more bang you get away with, unlike F1 cars. Frisky's going to make his way down. When we look on the inside, he doesn't think it's better of it. It's a tight left-right to chicane down the hill. You have to brake a lot sooner than you realise because it is downhill. Look at MK Bourne. In P5 at the moment, consolidating his position. Michael Davis in P6. Won't be too happy with the start, but he said so himself to me that he's not big on practice in this game. He likes to show up and go out there, have some fun. He's had involved in a few incidents last season, which kind of scuppered his chances of getting a top 2-3 finish. But he's definitely one of the quickest guys on his day on the grid. Jay looking P7. I'll look further down the field now. JW making his full debut here. And P8. Got a lovely livery there in the Nissan. Some great liveries out on track. Hopefully we get a closer look at them as this Grand Prix settles down a little bit. As we see Renegade here in the camel blue and yellow. Very striking livery. There's Waze there. Joined us late. He's sitting in P10 just inside the points. Own Y in 11. And a little battle here at the back. Crumpet's got a penalty, but he is involved in a freeway battle here. Red Jam's 4-6 in the Crumpet. And Red Jam's obviously had an incident further down the field. He's got a long way to go to try and make up those positions. Crumpet with a very political statement on his car. I'm sure it's in good jest with the Donald Trump USA-esque livery. Some interesting views there, Dan, but all fun and games. And we see Callum having an absolute disaster on his first race of the season. Hopefully he can only get better from here, bud. Red Jam's down in P15. Obviously had a little bit of a mistake. Absolute disaster from Matt, our ILRGT coordinator for the season. It looks like someone's gone for a spin at the front. Not sure who it was. We're in Frisky still going at it for P2. And must have been Costa. Yeah, Costa's down to P8. I think he might have spun on the curbs. It's a tricky sector 3. It's a quite intricate. The camber's quite offset as well, so you've got a tricky right to left through to the final sweeping right-hander to the back straight. Michael Davis is smelling blood here, and he's joining this train. Him and MK Bonham doing battle the first 3 laps of this race. With Woolmate is providing a little cork in this bottle as Jamie is stretching his legs out in front. Frisky's now up into P2. So can he mount any sort of challenge to Jamie? It's a lot more difficult to gain time in these cars compared to F1 cars. The tyres compounds, there's variable compounds that the drivers are allowed to use. We're just looking at Woolmate. And Michael Davis and MK Bourne. But Woolmate's going to look inside him. Michael Davis is switching position as well. Might try it the long way around MK Bourne. Doesn't do it. They obviously had a tangle in Interlagos last time out as well. Michael Davis looks like he's going to try and squeeze him out. What a move by Michael Davis. Brilliantly executed. And he's off into P5. And maybe... Oh no, he's not. He's conceded to MK Bourne again. Apologies. He's Frisky. It looks like he's calmed down a little bit there. Woolmate, obviously there's some slipstream on. It's not on strong, so you always notice it once they get a bit closer. But while these guys do battle, this is playing to the hands of Jamie, who has to monitor those tyres. Just keep it ticking. We've seen in the past how great it is in fuel saving as well. Lots a lot less cars to choose from. You can see how far he is in the distance. Already at turn 1. These guys coming through the final corner. Safe travels, boys. Few comments. Just have a quick look at the comments. A few coming in. It's great to see. Love that Yorkshire tea livery. Good man, Soup. Let's have a look. See if we'll go through the field. Maybe shout out some of your favourite liveries. Got some topical ones. Obviously, we've seen. I see Jamie, our reigning champion. Lovely Japanese themed livery as well. It's nearly 6 seconds ahead. As these two are still doing battle. Woolmate's found some excellent pace this season. Obviously he's been practicing during the F1 off season. And you can clearly tell he's up for a fight, which is great to see. Oh, F1 signups are coming up very shortly as well for PS4 and Xbox. Michael Davis has made that move stick into P4. Now he can maybe look to get back on the Frisky. So MK Bowman's really wide there out of the chicane. And so we've seen these guys do battle for the last couple of seasons, Michael and Frisky. I'm sure the Lexus is quick on straight line speed, but through the corners is a bit of a dog. I think the Nissan's probably the more favoured choice of car amongst the drivers. As Woolmate is up into P2. So these guys are training battles. I think this could be the real battle to see the rest of this Grand Prix. We've got 25 laps left, still a long way to go. The drivers, they have 3 types of tyres to choose from. So they've got super soft, soft or medium. I'm pretty sure the game defaults all drivers onto super soft. There's a quite considerable amount of tyre wear, so I imagine they will have to bit. I imagine they'll probably stick on the softs or mediums. Pit stops are mandatory. Obviously, the cars are fueled to half a fuel tank default, so they've only got a half a tank of fuel, unlike F1, and refueling is available in this game. But all cars do have to stop and will stop. I imagine I've not been in these cars too much. I imagine it could be a one-stop. Tyre wear isn't as strong as it was last game. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But unfortunately, you can't see what tyres the guys are on or fuel levels. It's one thing I wish they would implement on the game. So watch how they go down this downhill left right hander. Great to see Jess, Evil and Super all in the comms box. Why am I doing it? You guys are watching. Get in here. As J Luke had a fantastic start. I think he started at P9 or 10. He's found his way up to P5. Wasn't expecting much in this Grand Prix. MK Born has dropped down to P6 for LMC Motorsport in the Shell inspired livery. Of course, in the Nissan, as a lot of drivers are for this season. Mr. Costa had a fantastic start. Got himself up from P7 to P2 after one lap, and now he's down. Okay, and now he's down to P7 again. So a bit of a disaster. I think he spun out on the curves. You can see inspired team name by yours truly. He's like, Jack, I need a team name. I was like, your name's Mr. Costa. Well, why not Costa Coffee? So there we have a Costa Coffee racing team, and his livery inspired. So I don't know what he made of it, but he's a good sport. He's gone along with it. He's made one. So Costa Coffee Racing for Mr. Costa in P7. And oh, it's a lovely little battle here. 3 P8. We've got JW Renegade, two of the newbies as well. Against It's Me. He's fought his way back up from last place. And there's a three-way battle here. JW and Renegade Scotsman. We're going to go down this hill, and then it's got to brake a lot sooner than you realise. You've got to tuck in left, and you've got to sweep it right quickly. You see the old done it excellently there. We've got a little train now for him. JW's the bottleneck. Does happen. Some of the best battles I've seen in ILR has been ILRGT. It just doesn't get the publicity like F1 does. You see Renegade making a bold move there from the inside, and will he make it stick? They're banging wheels. Oh, there's contact. Oh, it's OY and Callum got touched, but I think they're okay. So It's Me just about gets away with that. I don't think there's anything intentional in it. You can see how tricky these corners are on the curves. Almost like another single race in itself. You've got the guys out in front, and then you've got these guys in the back fighting for the points, like two separate class of racings, but it's not. Obviously, you've got a different, very standard of field. And look at this. There's 7 cars in the shot into the back straight. As It's Me's trying to get the move done on JW. And it looks like he has, in a very interesting livery there. We see Shrek. I also see some other interesting characters on that livery. I think Callum must have got his 5-year-old brother to make that. If he hasn't, I'm very worried for him and his family. Look at Mr. Crumpet. He's practiced a little bit. He's also learning no assist in manual gears. It's his first race in ILR with no assist, so fair play to him. Watching that livery, folks. I'm not a fan myself. I'm sure some people with a good sense of humour, they might like it. I'm pretty sure we've got Dr. Evil on the front of that, and is that Will Smith, freshman Spoiler on the back? I don't know, but it's Crumpet P14 and Red Jams, absolute disaster. Yorkshire T Racing, lovely livery from that, but finds himself down in P15. But anyway, we'll get back to the leaders. I'm pretty sure there's a hefty battle out in front. Wume, looks like it's got a bit of a lead now. And as I expected, you've got Jamie out in front, streaking ahead, which, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I kind of expected it. And then you've got Frisky, you've got Michael, but also you've got Wume up in P2, so this guy's been sweating. This is a bit of a surprise. Wume up in P2 at this moment. The point system, in case you're unfamiliar, is the Formula 1 point system. You've got 25 points for Jamie in P1, 18 points for P2, 15 for P3, 12 P4, 10 points for P5. So standard point system. We did have the old school F1 system last season, but I think it's good to reward drivers who do finish the race and finish in the top 10. As Wume and Frisky and Michael seem quite even on pace. We're going to see when the pit window is. Again, unfortunately I couldn't provide that. It looks like someone is in the pits. That's JW. He's taking an early pit stop, so maybe this is the start of the window. Depends what he's like on managing fuel. Yes, that's like soup. It looks like Tom's been sweating GT Sport. You hate to see it. Tom, of course, ILR 2 Drivers Champion. Can confirm he will be in ILR 1 next season. But stay tuned for the future lineups. I pretty much have done them today as well. So I've got all the juicy ILR 1 drivers lined up. And I'm sure if you tune in the next couple of days on the forum, you'll find out where you're placed if you're watching. But I'm sure not many people are watching this stream, so they won't even know if this is going on. But there we go. Frisky P3, Michael Davis P4, trading blow for blow. They have done all the last couple of seasons. It's one of the most exciting battles on track I've seen anyway. These guys, they don't give much away. They're very quick. They're competitive. Been ILR since day one as well. So these are my boys. Chris Johnson, Michael Davis for TTWNK Racing. I don't know how you pronounce that. Maybe Mr. Crumpet, the team owner, could tell me. As some of the cars are coming in, we can see. As J-Lug in P5. Whoa, and is that Callum? Callum's up to P6. It's me's up to P6. I'm not sure if there's been pit stops, but this has been fantastic coverage drive as Renegade has left the room. So that is our first DNF of the season. I don't know if it's a disconnection. I think once you leave a lobby though in GT Sport, we see JW losing it on the heavy car. That's unfortunate. He's going to lose a couple of seconds there and probably track position. And probably miss out on the undercut. As he has now left the room as well, which is a shame. Now Jamie is in the pits with only 14 litres of fuel, and I've known him in the last couple of seasons. He has been fantastic at saving fuel. Interesting how much he puts in. I don't think it's going to tell me. 45 litres of fuel, so he could be doing a two-stop. Looks like Jamie might be doing a two-stop. You can see the fuel as well there. Very similar amount of fuel usage. Jamie's saving a little bit more than the others. And obviously when you're putting fuel in, you're going to save more time with less amount of fuel you put in. So yeah, Jamie's streaking out ahead. Looks like it might be a two-stop strategy. 45 litres, just under half a tank. So yeah, looks like a two-stop is viable. Might be doing super stops. Different tyres are not mandatory like F1 because the game doesn't allow us to fix mandatory tyres. Also, mandatory tyres, you can't. You can literally run super soft if you wanted to. We can control that. So we let them do it. Here we go. Michael Davis and Frisky, they pitted, and now they're back out on track. Health Levers, Renegade joined the room. So that's unfortunate. It looks like it might have been a disconnection. Oh, I'm gutted. I don't think his car will be on track though, if that's how GT Sport works. So that's an absolute... I'm good for him, the Scotsman, making his debut. He's shown good competitive pace as well in the midfield. So hopefully we'll be back another day. Hopefully he can get back in his car, but I don't think we'll be able to. It's Frisky and Michael Davis battling out for best of the rest. I think Worme has had a bit of a disaster in the bits somewhere along the lines. Maybe he's filled up a little bit longer than the other guys. It probably has. He's come out that far behind. But it looks like Frisky and Mike might be doing the two-stop as we might be putting more fuel into the other one. We'll wait and see. Interesting strategies. Tell you what, I don't know about you guys watching, but I'd love to see refueling back in F1. Imagine the tyre choices, the fuel strategies. Go heavy, go long. Just add another dimension to F1. I think that's what we need. As Wummy's in the pit, so maybe he's had a spin or a disaster or something, but he's low on fuel. That's a disaster. Okay. Cheers, Soups. Tom span on the curb. So that does explain he hasn't pitted. So now he has, and that is him falling back amongst it. That's a shame. He was up there for a podium as well on his debut for an ILRGT. I spun on the stream, didn't even notice it. Oh no, you can see in the comments, Renegade, he got kicked out due to a drop in internet. That's an absolute... I'm good for him. He's having fun as well in the midfield. I see Frisky and Michael Davis still going out. I'm pretty sure for this race, these guys will be going at it. Mr. Costa up into P4. Again, unlike the F1 game, we cannot see who's pitted or who's not, but I think he has. MK Bourne in P5 with J-Look just behind. So these guys are battling for solid points in the midfield. MK Bourne was competing towards the front at some races last season, so it's interesting to see the different car category this season and the increased speeds and also cornering speeds, how quickly these drivers can adapt to these different cars. Obviously, if you're going to sweat the game a lot, play a game a lot, you're going to be quite comfortable with it. Like some of the, like Jamie, like Frisky, they're top-rated drivers in the championships as well. They play this game quite a lot, and considered quite highly amongst the GT Sport community. Wummy down in P7 out. I'm feeling for him. Callum in P8. It's me. Yep, there you go. That's his livery. I'm pretty sure that's Ainsley Harrier on his bonnet, folks. Just give it a good old rub. 4, 6 and P9. Is he pit? Yes, he is. Not great start for Scott. Down in P10. A lovely livery though in that Honda. Driving the Honda. number 13. Clean look. That's our own white in P12. Scott with 0 litres of fuel, and he just made it to the pits. He's put on the medium tyres as well, so that is Scott to the end. Yeah, I think he has to try it. As Crumpet is in P13, so I think Crumpet now is playing the waiting game. Maybe he can get some points. He didn't score a single point last season. The only driver not to, so can he keep the run going? You hate to see it. As Jamie stretching his lead now to 14 seconds. I don't know about you guys watching, but should I just give him the title now? Absolute incredible pace. What a breeze. Chris Frisky and Michael Davis once again doing battle. It's the Costa. It wasn't too hot in qualifying, but I think he's finding his rhythm, and he's keeping with these guys. He's definitely worth keeping a note on. He had an excellent start as well, apart from that spin in Sector 3. And now he finds himself in P4, and you could argue in a chance of podium. I just see behind J-Luke and MK Born look like they're going to get feisty into 10-1. J-Luke might have the slipstream on the German. Make, he's tucked him right behind. He's going to go the long way around. Make's going to make him go the long way around. And it looks like he might have got the move done already. It's LMC versus LMC. And the boss has been beaten by the newbie. Unbelievable. Great move there from Jamie. J-Luke. And that's him up to P5. Didn't fight out too hard, but nice move nonetheless. As Wummi's down in P7. The hazard warning lights on. As Wummi and It's Me come together on track. We've known these guys. I don't know if not many people will know, but these guys have had previous in F1 games for a few major incidents. I don't think much love's lost between them. So let's just hope nothing happens on tonight anyway. But Callum's shown a great recovery drive, only maybe get a few points. She's certainly got a lot more pace than he did have last season. There's a lot more balance. The midfield's a lot more balanced than what it was, but you can see in the track mini-map as well. All it takes is a couple of disasters or a spin and he's totally out of contention. Consistency is the key. Let's just move away from that livery. His ways down in P9. Bit of a lonely race. 10 seconds away from Callum. 10 seconds away from Owen. And there he is. We'll give him a little bit of air time. It's not the most exciting race. The inside line racing logo splashed on the bonnet and on the back as well for good measure. Our ILR F1 commentator for next season for sure. He's talking about wanting to do more than one tier because he loves commentating so much. It's great. With that enthusiasm. So probably we've got 6 PS4 tiers next season, which is I didn't think we'd do it, but after the sign-ups, I felt like I had to. We've already had over 15 sign-ups. That's just internal and for the reserve. So once public sign-ups go as well, we could see potentially more, but we'll wait and see. And also we've got ILR Xbox as well. We're going to go again. Could be a few surprise names racing next year. Certain Veloz drivers could be participating, but I won't disclose that as it's not confirmed. But could be a big season ILR Xbox, some of the biggest names in the F1 sim racing community taking part in that, which I'm excited for. I can't wait to see some of the racing ILR Xbox last season. Top tier was unbelievable. But anyway, back to the battle. Frisky in P2, Michael Davis in P3. This battle's been raging on now, lap after lap for the majority, the last 10 laps or so, and there's still only a few tenths between them. Frisky's just squeezing him out there. Michael Davis is going to try and get a run. He needs to time it well, Mike. He needs to tuck him behind and get the slipstream down the back straight. But we know Frisky, we've seen in ILR 1, he doesn't give up positions easily, and sometimes it can lead to a few mishaps. But Michael Davis is literally pushing him around the corner. I'm sure they're going to go side by side for it. He thinks better of it, Mike. He is right in the gearbox of VRT Racing livery car there in the Lexus. Can he find a way past? Mike's going to swing to the right. Frisky's going to squeeze him a little bit there. All fine, he had enough space. Mike Davis is going to tuck to the inside. Mike get the move done. Oh, and then he's side by side. This is unbelievable. Mr. Costa, he's got the best seat in the house. They're going to go both down to this downhill left-hander chicane. Who's going to dare break lace? Frisky does it. Hits the apex lovely. They both make it through absolutely excellently. And now Michael Davis, will he look on the inside now? They're still almost side by side, nearly happening for the whole lap. No, he doesn't think better of it. He's not risking the move. He's not going for the dive bomb, which a lot of drivers will do, and obviously ends in tears. But Michael Davis biding his time. This is the best of the rest, really. Jamie's off in the distance. So you can say, apart from Jamie, this is for like the P2 best of the rest race win. Shout out to Mr. Costa. He's done fantastically in P4. That's my driver of the day so far. there's any comments in the chat. Let's see if there's any comments and if there's any drivers watching, or maybe tell them what tier they're in as well. Right, just as a thank you for tuning in. As Frisky gets out the slipstream there, as Michael Davis might have made an error on the final corner. As Mr. Costa looks like he's getting interested in Michael Davis. Let's just call him Mike because I'm getting sick of hearing saying his full name. I have to find a little bit from Mr. Costa here. Frisky's got a half a second lead now. I'm sure Mike can reel that back in. The Lexus is down on corner speed, but its top street speed is unbelievable. And Michael is going to have to defend from Mr. Costa Coffee Racing. As Frisky is he's gonna defend from the outside. It gives Michael Davis a chance to go in. They go side by side. Oh, slight contact. They're bumping. That leaves the door for Mr. Costa. And Michael Davis has been pushed out wide, and Mr. Costa's through. Dangerous driving for Frisky a little bit there. Well, not dangerous, but very dodgy. He pushed Michael right out, and that's opened the door for Mr. Costa. And now he's up into P2. What a move! Like I said, he was sitting and waiting, and Mr. Costa now P2. Michael Davis, the biggest loser in there. I'm sure Michael Davis had a few expletives to say on that, but unfortunate. Yeah, Costa did mug him off. We got Chill Drive. Hello, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Is that a hello to say you want to know what tier you're in? I don't know. He's just saying hello. Congratulations as well to Super Tuner. Well done, your exam results. I know it's not an easy time as well. You must have been bricking it, but well done, bud. Bet the release. Bet you feel fantastic. It's always a good weight off your shoulders. Now, I know Mr. Costa, he's been showing great pace. Michael Davis has dropped off quite a bit now. Hopefully he can get back to him if these two do battle. I wouldn't rule Mike out just yet. Oh, Chill Drive. He wants to know what tier he's in. Well, Chill Drive, I can tell you what tier you're in. You're going to be in ILR 3 next season. ILR 3. We're going to watch them go side by side. Frisky's going to make a move on Costa. Costa did not defend that. He let him through. I don't know if you guys caught that on the stream, but for me, Costa just left the door wide open for him. And Frisky was like, thank you, good night. I'm sure he's going to defend harder here. He's going to run deeper. Oh, Michael Davis is getting a bit bumpy out. The battle for P3 is on, and P2 and P4, should I say. So Costa's got the move back. I thought he left it wide open from down to that downhill chicane. He's still got the move. Fair play to him. So he's taking the unique line through there. It's working for him. As Jamie, yeah, that's right. Jamie, remember him? He's in P1 and yeah, 25 points for Jamie. Oh no, here we go. Frisky's in P2. Costa's in P3. They're side by side going into turn 1. Surely this is going to tears. Costa, can he keep the line? He's gone in the inside. Michael Davis is going to follow Frisky around. This has been side by side for literally 10 laps. There's literally half a second between all three of them. As they go up now, sector 1, they're sweeping right to left S's at this fantastic Japanese fictional track, Kyoto. As Frisky's got the move on Costa, and Michael Davis is going to make the move on Costa as well. As Costa's going to defend on the racing line. As he's going to look to make a move on Frisky. Mike is going on the inside. Mike got the move done. What a move by Michael Davis. He's up into P3 and now he's going to look on take a move on Frisky. Surely if he gets this done, it'll be one of the moves of the season already. But he thinks better of it, and now we return to business as usual. Frisky in P2, Michael Davis P3, and Mr. Costa in P4. Fantastic move from Michael. That's sweeping left-hander at the top of the hill. It's a hard place to judge your braking zone, or you want to lift and coast. Oh, Costa slight contact on Mike there. Ran a little bit deep, wasn't intentional. Chill Drive saying he hopes to get to more than 3 points. It's going to be a competitive tier, mate. I mean, I'd probably say it's more ILR 2.5 than 3. Is quite a few ILR 2 drivers. Oh, it's Frisky makes a little error there. But no, I think you'll do well. I was considering putting into ILR 4, but I think you've placed well in ILR 3. I'd say top 10, 11. As the top. Ooh, Michael Davis and Costa both pit. Interesting. So, I wish we saw the fuel levels of Frisky. Obviously, we're getting to the point where as MK Bourne takes an early pit stop, he's got 19 litres of fuel, so that'll be a quicker pit stop for him as well. So we're in the pit window again. It's a 2-stop strategy. If Jamie can make that fuel last, I will be bloody surprised. We have Frisky in P2, Womae P3. It's battling with J-Luke. Obviously, we've been watching the main battle towards the front of the field. We'll now switch to these guys. He had made an error in this Grand Prix. He did spin according to some of the guys watching, commentators watching, doing a better job than me. They're not even commentating, but here we are. So Woomate and J-Luke P3, P4. I think these guys both still have to pit. Michael Davis and Net P3. Depends if you can do the undercut on Frisky, but obviously because the cars are heavier, I think the overcut's probably a little bit more powerful on this game than the undercut, because obviously heavier car, slow for the corners, a lot more understeer. But okay, lovely livery from Mike. Lovely monster. Scott has slightly dropped off, lost just over a second there in the pit window. Okay, board, 8 seconds behind, so been a few tangles. Callum in P8, it's me. That's a livery to behold, that, bud. Hope your carer's looking after you. P9 weighs. Red Jams into P4. I mean, he's recovered, but I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys may have to pit. As you see, Frisky's in the pits now. So this is make or break now. Frisky made it another lap. Jamie's still going up out front. Oh, they're going side by side into turn 1. Michael Davis is going to get the move done. They're still going side by side. This is Mike's chance. And he's got it done. What a move. So Michael Davis has made the fresher tyres work. But Frisky's not going to give this up easy. He's got an extra lap of tyre life in it. Obviously, fuel plays a vital part as well. So they've got 9 laps of fuel, 10 laps of fuel. As Frisky's going to make a move back on Mike. Oh, they're touching. They're still side by side. This is make or break. Oh, they're bumping. Oh no, as Michael Davis is giving it back to Frisky as much as Frisky's giving it back to Mike. And somehow he makes that corner stick. Great move from Frisky, but whoa. These guys aren't holding back, are they? Well, that was about to be a massive accident. Evil loves a massive accident, don't you, Evil? I hope you're watching, bud. There's Mr. Costa again. Business as usual for the last 9 laps of this race. First race of the season, ILRGT. Still got 12 runners in this race. We'll make down to P5. Let me just have a quick drink before it's getting a bit sore. So Woomate P5, MK1 6, J-Luke 7. I didn't notice Woomate's beard. I might have. So this could be another little mini race battle going on here. Little clusters of cars, little bunching. We're next to see Woomate and MK1 and J-Luke even towards the front, battling in a 5-way battle. It's Frisky and Michael Davis still. The battle rages on. A little quick flick through the field. There seems to be a little bit of a gap now. It's got Woomate P5, MK1 P6, and J-Luke P7. MK1's obviously got the move back done on J-Luke at some point in this race. The last time we saw him, J-Luke made a fantastic sweep move into turn 1. His Red Jams is in the pit, so he does have to pit. 35 laps of fuel, so plenty of tyres on. 2 stop strategy seems to be the common occurrence. Jamie yet to pit. Obviously in cruise control out in front. As it's me. Absolutely nowhere. Spanning lap 1, I believe. That was counts to his race. Obviously, I think he would have been a lot higher up. I've definitely battled the guys out. I'd say probably up P4, P5. Encouraging start to season for him. Red Jams and P9, good recovery. Might get some points now. Weighs disaster class. Disaster class racing as well. That's what he's called himself this season. Owen White P11. Not too far. A couple of seconds behind Way, so we'll see that. If that's in the sun. 4, 6, 8 seconds behind him in 12th. And Crumpet, not too, got a few penalties. I'm wide. He's got 1 minute of penalties. 1.5 minutes of penalties to Crumpet. I didn't even know that was possible. I'm not reporting fake news, but well then, I'm speechless. Need to see it. It's Jamie, 27 seconds out in front of Jamie. He's I don't think he's pitting again. I think these guys have pitted, and I think he's just turning the engine down. I think he's just cruising around now. He's losing a little bit of time to the guys out behind him. But oh no! Looking 3 wide here. Sorry about that. Michael Davis and Frisky. So we're in the corner again. Costa's getting involved, and we're gonna have to stick with this for most of this race now. This is an absolute saucy battle. I just flicked her and there's 3 wide going into that tight chicane. I'm just surprised there's not been a massive accident yet. It's asking for it. I'm just thinking, as this race progresses and the laps tumble down, we may see a few more desperate lunges and moves. And I don't think Frisky's going to want to give up this P2 anytime soon. And Michael Davis makes a slight error there, and might give Mr. Costa the chance. maybe go around the long way around. But I think he's going to get a good exit out of this final corner. Slight twitch there. And he's good to go. So now the hopefully will cluster again. Sorry, just reading through some of the messages in the chat. We've got 6 laps left. Obviously, this is the battle. It's unbelievable racing. I mean, you don't see this as much wheel-to-wheel racing as you do in the F1 tiers. But it is an underrated league, this. It's a shame it doesn't get as much publicity and views as it does on the stream. Obviously, everyone joins ILR and other leagues to F1 race predominantly. But I hope more drivers do see this and maybe think about taking the plunge as well. I've got a couple of reserve spots open. Always welcome to it. Got 20 drivers on the books and a couple of drivers taking a sabbatical this season. Woodmay P5, MK1 P6, J P7. There's a freeway battle there. It's me. Maybe you can get on the back of that battle towards the end. We'll wait and see. Just monitor that time. It's 4 seconds. Red Jam's miles in no man's land really. Blue flag 4 ways as the leader. He's coming up. He gets out of the way accordingly. Good man Ways. Part of the ILR karting team, racing the W2F F1. Karting event, Matty Gallagher, Limitless, Nando Loris, Nando as well. Couple F1 drivers, Aikens there, well, I think. I can't remember, but WTF1. And then Ways was in that for ILR karting team. Owen White, P11, Crumpet. In P12's got 4-6 behind him, but 1 minute penalties. I think you say Crumpet is finishing dead last unless there's some last minute disconnections. And I think we're going to have to tune in for this exciting battle now. Frisky P2, Michael Davis P3. Still. The times Michael Davis has got in front, he can't seem to keep the lead on Frisky. I don't know what it's. Oh no! So Michael Davis has gone off in the background. He's had a slight issue on the curbs. You hate to see it. Oh, that's a shame. I think he's not too far behind him. Hopefully he can recover to his to get a P3 or 2. We'll see. Wait and see. He's, obviously there's a few drivers there that have lost it there as well. So it's not the first time. Won't be the last time a driver makes an error there. Shame for Mike. Some great pace. Coming to the final stages of the first race of the season in Kyoto. 10 race calendar, 250 points up for grabs. Don't have a constructors, just a solo drivers. His Costa looks like he's sensing blood in Frisky. He's in a fantastic place. I don't know about any of you guys watching. But I'd say Costa's probably alright driver of the day. Superb driving. Chill drive. When you say a few ILR2 drivers have gone to ILR3, can you say who? I'm not saying anything. I'm not. That's to find out. I've only had one driver asking, so I told you where you placed, mate, and that's that. So hopefully you'll find out next couple of days and see who you're going to be pitted against. Michael Davis and Woome getting feisty. Michael Davis is touching the grass again. Nearly made the same mistake he made the lap previous. It's Michael Davis and Woome battling for P4 and 12 points. Oh no. Oh, they're going side by side. Woome's got a sweep in right-hander. Mike's going to try and hold on to that. Looks like Woome's got a slight bit of traction in that car. Costa is staying with Frisky. Absolutely fantastic pace. He's going to look on the inside. Surely not, they bumped wheels. Costa's like, you know what? I'm going to have a go. You do it to me. And he's into P2. Frisky's going to have to look back. And no, he's going to tuck into his slipstream. He's going to look down to this. Frisky made a fantastic move with Michael Davis earlier on in this race. Will he try it again? He does this exact same move. Costa outbrakes himself, and that's him down to P3. Michael Davis and Womae doing battle further behind, and Womae could bring Mike up into this battle for P3 as Costa made a breaking mistake there, outbraked himself, and he's shot right back. And these two are catching up onto this. With only 4 laps left of this race, it's starting to simmer very nicely. Jay, look, MNK Ball, they've also been battling most of this race, especially in the second half of this race. MC Motorsport drivers, TTWNK Racing, it's me, MPA. Just recently signed for the team. Great to see he's part of an eSports org now. Talented ILR2 winner in our second season. Hasn't lived up to expectations, ILRGT, but I'm sure he doesn't play the game as much, obviously, as F1 games. It's great that he's taking part. We're gonna go. Let's go back to what we want to see: the battle for P2, 3, 4, and 5. Is that a back mark? It is. That's 4-6. I wasn't sure if someone was. Scott needs to get out of the way of this. Mr. Costa's not finished there. I wonder if Womae and Carter and Michael Davis can catch up to these two. Oh, I wish there's a few more laps left as well, but pretty sure most of these guys are pretty good on fuel now, so we'll see them push to the end. Maybe have to monitor tyres, we'll have to wait and see. You can see how easy it is to stay with a car with slipstream, but then getting out and extending the lead is another matter. As Jamie's 6 seconds ahead. Let's just take him out of the equation. Let's just forget about him. This is the battle. Yeah, a couple of seconds separate. Just under 2 seconds separate the top 4. Second to 5th, should I say. You can see them all there in your picture. I'm not sure if that's Scott. Scott's not been on the pace today, unfortunately. Scott, the ILRGT lobby host. Oh, where's Costa? He's looking very feisty. You can see he's looking very frisky. On frisky. The VRT racing runner-up last season in ILRGT. He's not giving a second's moment to breathe. He's right on his neck again. Right up his arse. Frisky defense to the inside. It's going to make Costa sweep round. Oh! Costa looks like he's pushing Frisky out wide of the slight contact. Side by side. This is a vibe. Womae into it. No, surely not. Free wide. Womae's going to get sandwiched out. Thinks better of it. Frisky and Costa again. Frisky, that's a superb play. And looks like a 4-way battle now. 4P2. There's only 1.5 laps left. This is all boiling down very nicely now. Frisky, Costa, Womae, Mike, all going side by side into the third sector now. This is anyone to the taking 3 corners. A slight contact. Sure, this is going to end the tears as they run deep. Frisky P2 at the moment. Womae P3. Michael Davis P4. Costa down to P5. But this could chop and change now for the rest of the race. We've got only just over 1 lap left. Jamie's got this win, signed, sealed, delivered, 36 seconds ahead. But you can see on your screen, look how close they all are. As Womae is up to P3, great recovery drive. Michael Davis P4. Costa's dropped off, unfortunately, but we'll wait and see. We're on the final lap of this Grand Prix now. Who's your money on, folks? Who's going to get best of the rest? Got Frisky P2, Womae P3, Michael Davis P4, Costa P5. Sweeping up. We've got to now go up to this Sector 1, just technical, but fast. Sweeping S sectors left and right. As Womae's looking to do the move on Frisky. They're going side by side through these sections. Does end well here. You can't really do it. There's only one racing line to take. As you can see, Womae's hit the barrier. And that was always getting the tears. This is going to allow Michael Davis surely make a move on Frisky. And he does. He's up into P2, but Frisky's going to fight back. Absolutely tears for Womae. Michael Davis into the grass. And he's lost the rear end there. Couldn't keep the traction. That puts Frisky back into P2. Costa P3. And that was a bit of an anti-climax, but might happen as Frisky's gone wide a bit there. That's going to invite Costa back on, as Jamie has won this race. As Costa's now going to allow a move. He's going to surely have to chuck it up here. This is where it gets more risky. They're all polite and nice early on this Grand Prix, but there's no love lost now. Mike's running very deep there. He's going to try and get traction out that final corner. It looks like this is the final battle for the podiums. What a mental race this Grand Prix. Womae's been in the barriers, and he's been for a spin, and he's still in P5, so you can just see the sort of pace he's got. Jamie's won this race at a canter, but now surely Frisky has got it sewn up for best of the rest, P2. And Shadow Flags overtaken is prohibited. There we have it. Oh, my throat, guys. Unbelievable race for the first race of the season. Michael Davis, his head's gone, you can tell, but wow, wow, wow. I need to get some of this uploaded to the ILR YouTube, Twitter and YouTube. Unbelievable. Once again, ILRGT delivers. Whew. Michael, let's just give it a quick run down there. We got Jamie in P1, 25 points. Oh, okay. I guess we're not. But as you can see, I can remember Michael Davis unfortunately spent out. One mate having a collision, but we got Jamie winning the first race of the season, fastest lap, pole position, and a clean race. Thanks for tuning in. But wow, what a start to the season! I can't wait for another 9 races. Anyway, I've been Jack. Make sure to tune into the ILR forum next couple of days as well for the PS4 lineup, original lineups. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Safe travels.